it has been I don't know what's going on with the weather. It's been insanely windy the past couple of days. I went outside to bring in my garbage can after garbage day, and my garbage can was down the block. It was down the block. Like, how? Why? When is it gonna end? That's what I want to know. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cece. Today we will be continuing my Get to Know Me series, where for the month of March I will be watching a couple of different movies that I feel have had a pretty significant impact on me as a child. We will be getting into the second Princess Diaries movies because, of course, we can't watch the first one and not the second. They're a package deal. Like, come on, we know this. Between these two movies, I'm pretty sure when I was growing up, I liked the second one more. And I think I rewatched it a lot more too than the first one. But since it's been a while since I've watched both of them, especially like back to back, I'll definitely be able to decide which one I like more. Once and for all, we're deciding now which one I like more, the second or the first one. But yeah, I'll leave that for the end though. I'll leave it for the end, and then I'll reveal which one I like more. But yeah, stay tuned for that. For now, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel and join me as I create and relive moments through TV shows and movies. And without further ado, let's get on to the video. For some reason, I started feeling like a bit sick. And I was not gonna record today. But then I was like, watching this movie would make me very happy. So let's just film.
All going out into the world as individuals.
I do have my tea though. That's a little Dave and Buster's cup with a controller as the handle. Oh, cinema, the tiara being thrown up. Love it. How long has it been since she graduated college? It's been
5 years since Grandma told me that I was a princess.
5 years. So she's 20 now? Oh yeah, because she turned 21. Come on. Honestly, I feel like this is the most like tasteful time jump, because it makes sense. Like back in the first movie, Anne Hathaway did not look 15. And since obviously she was older than that, this makes so much more sense, because, you know, I think she was 20, 21 maybe when she filmed this, so it makes sense.
Completely excited to be going back,
Oh,
but I'm also a bit nervous.
we love the CGI. It looks fantastic.
Mira, la princesa mía. It's the princess from America. Hi.
We have people speaking Spanish. We have people speaking like, or sound very American. What's the general consensus on the population here?
I've never been in love.
Countess Puck of
They're just as giving prom.
Here she comes. Look alive.
Look alive, and he looks like a statue. The ever graceful Julie Andrews.
Beautiful. But you're late, Your Majesty.
A queen is never late. Everyone else is simply early. And period. Period to that. Shonda Rhimes. We're gonna get into Miss Rhimes, all right? A little bit later. Because her run in the industry, insane. Absolutely insane. I absolutely loved this dress. Like, the red is gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
I saw that.
Ah, Raven, yo, them having Raven in this movie just increases the iconic nature of this movie. Even though she doesn't have like a big role in this movie, but hey, her appearance, loved it.
So sorry, are you alright?
And Chris Pine?
I'm very glad to see that my clumsiness hasn't affected your dancing. I'm sorry I stepped on your foot.
Step on my foot anytime.
Oh my gosh. The line, the line. No, I made a reference to that, that scene in one of my XO Kitty reactions. And honestly, I'm not too sure if the audience for XO Kitty is also overlapping with the audience for Princess Diaries, because I know Princess Diaries is like much older, so I was hoping people would get the reference. I was hoping, and I hope they did.
Somebody might try to take that away from you.
Oh, I hope not.
Someone like me.
They left nothing to interpretation. They said, this man's evil. Hear the music. Someone like me. All right.
I'm Mia, and please, you don't curtsy like that.
Not like this? How do you like it then? Like this, maybe?
Well, I'm pretty sure that Genovia is like in between Spain and France. So I guess it makes sense that there's like French and Spanish incorporated into it. But there's also like American accents. What's going on? That drawing on the back of the door looked like someone. Am I bugging?
So, as of the 20th of October.
How convenient is it that she found this place as they were discussing, the rightful heir to the throne?
Other Genovian of the royal bloodline became eligible to assume the throne.
I beg your pardon.
My nephew's mother was my wife's sister.
My nephew's mother was my wife's sister. Okay.
Not yet. Genovian law states that a princess must marry before she can take the throne.
Boo. Boo. Tomato, 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 tomato.
My
Exactly.
granddaughter should be given the same rights as any man. Yeah!
Could you imagine? They were probably like, what the hell is that? I would literally be like, we have to stop the meeting because someone is watching. God is watching.
1 year, during which time she must marry or she forfeits the throne of Genovia. 30 days.
I know that different royal families and governments like that operate differently, but it's like 1 year was very reasonable. It's a very reasonable amount of time. And it's like, what's the rush? She just turned 21. Why do I need a new ruler right this second? Like, the queen is still working. She's still moving. She's still strong doing it. 1 year is very reasonable. Y'all can wait.
Because he wants to learn about security. But he never leaves my side. He sticks to me like Velcro, madam.
Listen, Joe, you got yourself a little friend. A little buddy.
So is this all right to welcome the Viscount and his nephew?
Very appropriate.
That is so pretty. The pink. Ugh. They never miss on the outfits. Like, at all. This entire series.
I just don't want to be nice to this guy, I mean, he is rude, he's arrogant, self-centered.
I've gotten back into Sims, and I've been building an estate for one of my Sims. And, it's very much this type of style that the castle is. So I'm getting so many ideas.
Lord, Nicholas.
Exactly. He's real for that because I would have laughed too.
This is your very own suite.
Are you serious?
Oh my god, I wish in The Sims they had like a tapestry like that I could put on the wall. They don't, and it's frustrating.
We just made the bed.
Girl, what else you supposed to do in a bed but mess it up?
I have my own mall.
Ooh, I should make her a closet like that. We are back. I had to stop recording because my battery died and I had to wait for it to charge again. But you know what's great? I'm filming this on Sunday and daylight savings was this morning, so it's still light outside. I don't have to worry about it getting dark too soon. This is my time to shine. This is what I live for. Thank you, sun.
Now press combination 656.
All these different combinations, did they have it like written down for her so she'd be able to open everything? Because I would be forgetting all these numbers.
Gorgeous, Grandma, but kind of a letdown after the jewels, I'm not gonna lie.
How long was she staying in that closet?
His boyfriend thinks he's handsome also.
Right on.
Period. Love that.
Does popcorn taste like pears? Genovian specialty.
I think everything tasting like pears would drive me insane. Like, I love pears. When I was a kid, I also wasn't, like, pears were my favorite fruit when I was little. I would be pissed if I was eating popcorn and it tasted like pears. Oh.
I'm coming, Princess. Oh, there you go.
He's such a sweetie. I love him, actually. He's so cute and sweet.
Or the one before. I don't.
What exactly is Nicholas like doing with his time throughout this entire time? You just sitting and reading? Like, what's his what is he getting done?
Favorite new royal couple nestled under Genovia's famous pear tree.
So when they like were bringing this relationship out into the press, did they create like a story of like, oh, they've been talking for a long time and now they're going public? Or was it like, did they tell the press that this was like a new thing and then now they're getting engaged in a week?
Engagement ring. She and my great grandfather.
That's a gorgeous ring.
Oh.
Her clumsiness is just so charming. And look at him, he's so sweet. Him taking it as well so she doesn't feel too embarrassed. Love it.
Princess Mia has managed to find a husband within a week.
Mia cannot possibly be happy with the idea of an arranged marriage. Your task is to romance her.
Now that I'm thinking about it, he wants Nicholas to romance her. And, they're both eligible for the throne. So, technically, he's her cousin. This is their family tree.
Power, my boy, means never having to say you're sorry.
That's an interesting way of viewing power. But I guess that's how people in power see it too.
Sorry, is there something you wanted to say to me?
I love the mural on the walls. It looks so cool. The railing is painted on the wall.
Because you didn't tell me who you were and that you were trying to steal my crown.
Please pardon me. I just had a momentary lapse of good manners. You see, usually when I ask a woman to dance, I always show her my family tree.
I know there's been talks about Princess Diaries 3 for the past couple of years, but I think it was greenlit. But I need Chris Pine to come back, please.
I think it's time we bring our friendship out of the shadows.
Okay, Joe, with the hoop earring. Yeah.
Perhaps it's time to consider the duty you have to yourself.
Exactly, Queen. How can you take care of somebody else when you're not taking care of yourself? Okay? Let Joe take care of you.
Lighting my own eternal flame.
I've always wanted to learn how to do archery. Like, that seems like such a cool skill to have.
One has to be fair and very honest. Even if you can't help, you have to show the people you care.
Oh, to have a leader of a country that cares. about its people.
Be careful.
Oh!
Now, why would she try to hold a chicken? Why would she do that?
It's a wooden leg. Yes. That is impressively sneaky, Grandma. Did you come up with this on your own? Oh, no, it's a centuries-old idea.
You know, if everyone has been faking it for years, why is it still a thing? Like, I get tradition. And, you know, this is a royal family, so obviously tradition is important. But, like, you know, you could tweak a little things. Tweak a couple of things. I want to be able to learn how to ride a horse, too. That seems also really cool. I think the last time I rode a horse, I was like 5 on a school trip. Now, Joe, why weren't you briefed on the wooden leg?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You never think about anyone but yourself. So just this once, can you please let me be miserable and not make me feel worse about myself? Just go away. Go.
I've always loved that scene because it feels like that was when Nicholas finally started to realize that what he was doing was really, you know, hurting her. And he started to doubt his uncle. I feel like that was the scene where that happens.
Why are you so against Princess Mia being queen?
My uncle feels that Princess Mia doesn't know the people.
Notice how he didn't say, I feel that way. He said, my uncle does.
Born here, I went to primary school here. I am a true Genovian. Mia didn't even know she was Genovian until high school. And to be frank, she spent little time here since then.
He does have a point, you know? Like, I feel like a lot of people would be far more comfortable with having a leader who's been born and raised in the actual country as opposed to someone who found out they were of lineage and then, you know, only been there a couple of times.
Yes, dear, coming.
I have that same kind of bench in my house.
He's one more. Mia, one more picture. Ah.
And he's a photographer. That's so fucking cute. That's so cute.
It's a shame you're not attracted to him.
I know.
That suit looks great on him.
I loathe you.
I loathe you.
No way. No way. Not the foot popping. Put it down. Put it down.
She's going to be a handful, isn't she?
You'll never be bored, Andrew.
You certainly won't. My gosh. But I feel like he can handle it. I think he could.
Count Maybrick, may I offer you a flag?
Thank you. I am not a waving aficionado.
That's a crazy thing to say. I'm not a waving aficionado. Sir, please. Please.
I don't like your braids.
Oh, look at little Abigail Breslin.
Kissing children, hugging orphans. What a vulgar, low, despicable, political trick.
Why don't you all take tiaras?
All, give them all free tiaras.
He said, listen, I gotta get paid. This song is what I associate to these movies the most. Such a perfect song. Period. Kelly Clarkson.
Take a chance, make a change, and let it go.
Well, I'm going to deperk it and convert it into a children's shelter until money can be raised for one of their own.
That's
I feel guilty
phenomenal.
having 2 homes while they have none.
If only we could do that in other places. You know.
Princess Mia, in a stroke of skilled diplomacy, has invited royal princesses from all over the world to her bridal shower slumber party.
I feel like in the early 2000s and the 90s, there was so much representation in TV. And we, like, went backwards for a good, like, 10 years after that. And then started reincorporating that. But look at this. Look at this. Princesses from all over the world.
So I want to thank you all very much for my fabulous bridal shower presents. And now
I know when Shonda Rhimes got Bridgerton, she looked back at this scene and she was like, I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly what needs to happen. Because Princess Diaries 2 walked, so Bridgerton can run, okay? My controversial take.
If we all give her a shout out, Her Majesty may sing us a song.
Let me pause right before they get to it. But I didn't find out until much later on that this was Julie Andrews' first time singing after like a really long time. I think she had like surgery or something. I'm not too sure on the specifics, but that's so cool. And I feel like that just makes this movie even more special because she was an icon before this movie. But you know, this series, since this is the first thing that I've ever seen her in, she became an icon for me just off these movies. So I think that's so cool.
Always be your crowning glory, the most glorious part of you.
Well, I saw it now.
And then having Raven sing with her, perfect. I was so jealous of this little girl. I was like, listen, if I was born 6 years earlier, that could have been me. That could have been me.
Effort that we have put in to end up with nothing?
It wouldn't be nothing. Genovia would be in good hands, and she would be happy.
You can tell that Nicholas actually cares about the country. And obviously the uncle only cares about himself and power.
That's what you really want.
Ugh, that blue shirt goes perfectly with his eyes. Wow. He looks so good. Oh. If she still hasn't perfected the regular arrows, why the hell is she doing it with flaming arrows?
Breathe in. Release.
Now, why has no one taught her the proper technique? What was her teacher doing this entire time? She just gave her the bow and was like, here, figure it out. I'll just be here for moral support. Joe said, I hear music. Every time that music play, Joe gonna be like, yeah, it's my time. Let me sweep my girl off her feet.
Mia, look out your window. Why? What's going on? Look out your window. Prince Charming is throwing pebbles.
Now, what if he hit her in the face? Then what?
Anyone can see your desires. No one knows what's in your heart.
Tell me something.
And sometimes I dream in black and white.
That's so interesting, dreaming in black and white. I don't think I've ever had a dream in black and white. But I do have some crazy dreams. Ooh, pause. Sorry. Has anyone ever had, when I was growing up, like, I had, like, a recurring dream. And it was kind of like a challenge dream where it would be a whole series of different things happening. And then the only difference would be the ending. And then I would have to, like, I remember the only reason why it stopped happening was because I finally solved the ending and figured out how to escape. And then after that, I never had that dream again. Has anyone ever experienced that? Or was my mind just doing crazy things for no reason?
I don't think you understand. I'm an extremely eligible bachelor in England. I really am. I've got plenty of friends, lots of lovely women friends, and
it does suck for him because he's definitely also being embarrassed by this whole thing because she's constantly being seen with Nicholas, and you know, she's supposed to be seen as in love with him.
I really want to say yes, but no, there's no spark.
Me too.
I'm glad that they both admitted that they aren't very attracted to each other, though.
Careful, we're squashing Trevor. Hi, Trevor.
That is a huge age gap. Whoa. 1 and 21.
The bike! The bike, Gretchen? What bike? We don't have a bike. Your grandfather's bike.
Those kind of bikes are so funny.
Aquí le presento a mi tío que nos visita de Rosario.
Stan Lee? What an Easter egg?
I just wanted to say before I do this, I'm sorry you're retiring.
Listen, you know, Joe can't be working forever. You know what I mean? He gotta move on with his life too at some point. I'm happy for him, actually.
Now you can go back into that church and get married, or you can walk away. Whatever choice you make, let it come from your heart.
I love that. Like, you gotta do what's right for you at the end of the day. Because if you're unhappy, then everything else going forward is just not gonna be your best.
Now all I have to do is tell Mummy.
I have to tell everyone else. Good luck.
They're so cute. Oh.
So, I won't be getting married today.
Girl, right. Girl, listen, I know they're gonna have a feast after this.
So think about your daughters, your nieces, and sisters, and granddaughters, and ask yourselves, would you force them to do what you're trying to make me do?
You know, I love Disney and the message and everything, but I know there's probably a few of those men in Parliament that'd be like, yeah, I would definitely force my daughter to do this.
Just think how lovely she'll look on our postage stamp.
Lovely on a postage stamp? You would look lovely on a postage stamp, then.
He was so perturbed by that comment.
Emotion.
Are you okay?
Make emotion.
Look at him being there for her again. I love him.
I second the motion. It's time we had a new tradition. I like change.
Now, sir, I'm glad you changed your mind, but you the reason we in this whole mess in the first place. Saying the 30 days for her to get married. You couldn't have done this before.
Just because I didn't get my fairy tale ending doesn't mean you shouldn't.
Get your bed. Get your bed.
Shades, you're in charge now. Good luck with Lionel.
He said, get that boy off my hands.
I would like to take this man as my husband, if you please.
We're wedding.
What did I miss?
She's not getting married.
She's not getting married?
Now the Queen's getting married.
The Queen's getting married?
Yeah.
Now, let me pause, okay? Because one thing I've always thought while watching these movies was, like, I know she just had a baby. She probably wants to make sure the baby is okay. Your daughter, who's the Princess of Genovia, is, well, was presumed to be getting married today. You couldn't have left the kid with like a nanny to make sure he was good. You would have missed the whole thing. You would have missed the entirety of your daughter's wedding. Am I bugging? The kid not gonna remember this. Leave him with the nanny. The nanny will take care of him while you're here with your daughter for her why was she so absent this entire time? She literally was not here at all for her daughter's wedding. I can't be the only one who was like, why? Why? Can't be.
The setting up for Genovia's grand day, the coronation of a new queen.
The Genovians are quick, all right? They said 21st birthday, married, coronation, 30 days, all right? They waste no time. No time.
May I call you in California?
She had her number ready. She said, I know he gonna ask for it. Just let me write it down real quick. Keep it on me.
Sparrow is taking off.
The eagle is flying for the last time.
That's so cute. The sparrow is taking off. The Genovians say, club, another club, another club, another club.
Genovia, the land I call my own.
Presenting Her
Majesty,
Amelia
Mignonette Thermopolis Rinaldi, Queen of Genovia. Yes! Wow. Okay, so that was the second Princess Diaries movie. Again, like these two movies, literally the perfect embodiment of early 2000s rom-coms. Like, and rom-coms that were made for kids, I would say. You know, it was literally two of the movies that I watched religiously when I was growing up. And you know, I feel like they still hold up. They still hold up nowadays. Like, I feel like any kid of any age from when it came out to any time in the future could grow to really love these movies or could learn a lot from these movies as well. They have a lot of great messages and I feel like it was one of the greater sides to the early 2000s, I think. But yeah, between the first and the second movie, I think I still do like the second movie a bit more than the first. But then again, the first movie is just so nostalgic. Like it's such a great setup. And the second movie is just a perfect sequel. Like they're both amazing in their own right. So I do slightly like the second one more, but both of them are still amazing movies. So it doesn't even really matter. But yeah, so that was Princess Diaries 2. I'm very excited to have these two on my channel, and I hope you all enjoyed. Next week, we're gonna be getting into a movie that's a little bit controversial. A little bit controversial if you were a part of this fandom. I'm excited to watch it again. And yeah, stay tuned for that. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe to support the channel. And yeah, come back next week for the next movie in my Get to Know Me series. And I hope to see you there. And that is all. Adios.